This is Satya Pradhuman of Cirrus Research. The latest issue of the Model Behavior, and this is a monthly report that looks at markets in terms of factors and macro elements. The title of this month's report is Size Premium Small Caps, the Canary in the Coal Mine. And I think this is a big deal. One of the critical exhibits we've really published in the last month has been this comparison between the extended FANG stocks and one of the ARK innovation funds. The purple line represents the innovation funds, and to some degree, we believe that this is potentially the most speculative part of the equity market. And what this is telling us that the break really began in the early 2021 window. There's a major difference, though, between this extreme speculative element and the blue chip FANG-related names. And the bottom line is the break in smaller cap, especially smaller cap growth stocks, have been underway for about 18 months. This has just begun and has started to spread even more, looking at the extended FANG names. Our point here is that if interest rate remains, this risk is still front and center, notably among the biggest companies. This chart takes the sort of valuations of innovation names, the more speculative firms, even further. What we can show is that in the early stages of the pandemic, the ARK Next Generation Fund ranged really between 3 and 6 times EV to sales, climbed all the way up to 15 times, and has since collapsed. We're now down to about 4 times EV to sales. In other words, the market's done a terrific job pricing in risk into the parts of the equity market. The question is, does this begin to spread further? And to put a finer point on it, this exhibit does a great job of looking at the multiples in our Cirrus Small Cap Growth Index over the Cirrus Large Cap Growth Index. And what you'll find, this data goes back to the early 80s. And what you'll find is that you're now at the second most extreme discounting we've really seen in roughly 40 years. So in other words, the market's done a great job pricing in risks into smaller growth companies, effectively telling you that the risk within smaller caps are really being taken out rapidly. The problem here is that we're still likely to face some headwinds as that spreads into the larger bellwethers or the sacred cows of the market. Feel free to call me with any questions. Thank you.